Housing shortages and housing costs seemingly impacting everyone here in Idaho. If not personally, then likely you know someone who is. And it's not just a big city problem. What about places like Blaine County? You know, home to desirable places like Sun Valley and Hailey and Ketchum. For locals there, it's not just an affordable housing shortage, but an all-out housing shortage. Last summer, there was even this wild idea to allow people working in Ketchum to sleep in tents in the city park, thinking it would help with the housing crisis. Ketchum City Council nixed that idea. But seasonal service workers are one thing. In the Blaine County School District, it's getting to the point where teachers are turning down jobs or being forced out of their homes because of the housing issue. And it's leaving the district with a staffing shortage. So they are deciding to take matters into their own hands by moving forward with a plan that would create affordable housing, but not just for their employees, or I should say just for their employees. That's the clarification. Here's Katya Stepovic.
It's a story far too common among teachers and staff working in the Blaine County School District.
Last year, as we went through the hiring process, a number of very high qualified candidates had to turn down contracts because they couldn't find a place to live in Blaine County.
The district went out and surveyed the staff and found that 83% of staff thought housing costs affected their long-term ability to staff within the district. 97% said that the high housing costs were a barrier in hiring staff.
And one of the big topics was housing insecurity for our staff. Stories of teachers' colleagues losing their homes, their rents being raised.
As a response, the district started offering subsidies to staff who were paying more than 30% of their adjusted gross income for rent. Since then, 25 people have been receiving that help. But that still is not enough.
Even with offering a rent subsidy, the real problem was the lack of supply. And there hasn't been a lot of building in the valley since the 90s. It does get built as either very high end or pretty much out of reach. Anything that comes on the market is bid up by a lot of out of town money, so it leaves the workforce in a pretty precarious place.
So last week, the Blaine County School Board voted to start the planning process to build affordable housing on district land. The idea right now is to build on 3 residential lots in Hailey with up to 9 homes in the first phase.
What we'd like to see is the ability for the district to control the rent price and keep it at that 30% of adjusted gross family income. So in that case, you could have different tenants paying different rents according to where they are on our salary schedule.
But before they can do that, they need to find a willing developer. And if they do, they plan to take it one step further and create more affordable housing projects on other district land.
It's the inability to fill positions, and that it has a direct impact on student achievement and everything else. We're a school district is a people business, and we need to keep people here.
This sounds kind of like it's a good idea. Rent control is not a thing in Idaho, but if you own the property, you can charge whatever you want. The question is, we're getting to the end of this school year, but things are already starting to line up for next year, right?
Absolutely. The district is hoping to get a proposal from a development company in April, but they're hoping that happens soon because that is a hot market there, not many developers. And then they will decide whether or not it's a good decision and go forward with in a board meeting come May. Like you said, Brian, it's hiring season right now for them, so they really want to move quickly on this and hopefully expand in the future.
And maybe lay the framework for other school districts in some popular places, Coeur d'Alene, where some of these resort communities are, McCall, Valley County, that kind of stuff.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Katya.